Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dizzy Drama Podcast. This is episode number 6, and that's Katie.
And that's Brianna, and we're two girls that are always dizzy, and we love to talk about the drama.
I didn't take my beta blocker yesterday because I'm on my heart monitor, so I didn't take it. And I was really anxious at first that I was going to be super fucked up all day long.
Yeah.
And I wasn't. I had a couple flutters that felt like I was going to have an episode where my heart spikes to 190, but my heart didn't spike, so that's okay. At the end of the night, I was kind of upset, I guess, that I didn't have an episode because I really wanted it to catch it.
Yeah.
But hopefully those flutters, mean something because I had, 3 or 4 at the end of the day, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they saw it. If you feel it, I'm sure they saw something in there.
Yeah, I hope they catch something because I'm tired of this. And my tilt table test is the 11th, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm actually not excited for you because I bet you're going to feel like shit afterwards, but
Probably.
it should be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get diagnosed right after they do that.
I hope so, because, I'm going to be pissed if I have to go through all this shit and then nothing comes of it still.
Right.
But I hit my deductible, so I don't have to pay shit. And that's dope, dude.
Period.
Tell them about Rite Aid.
We went to Rite Aid, and all stores are closing all over. And, I was trying to smell this perfume, and this bitch behind the counter said, "Don't open the packages, please." Bitch, you're going out of fucking business. I think I'm allowed to open a fucking box. Yeah. I just wanted to smell the perfume in the fucking thing. So I put it back, and I said, I just wanted to smell it. And she said, "There's a big sign."
Yeah, then we looked up and there's a big sign that says don't open the packages or whatever, but they were all covered by the product.
And I'm not looking at the fucking signs. There's signs all over that fucking store.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to fight.
Yeah, she could have caught these fucking hands, bro.
She could have caught mine too.
And it was 2 bitches. I don't know if the bitch at the counter said that there's a big sign or the bitch that was stocking, because she was really close to us and her voice was a little more whinier than the...
No, it was the girl at the counter, because I looked and she was like...
Oh. Well, they were both bitches.
Yeah. I should have just stole the perfume.
No, Katie, you cannot just steal perfume.
They're going out of store stocks,
Yeah,
business anyway.
Yeah, they are.
We also went to Subway and we got so much food, and we all ate every single bit of it.
No, I didn't.
Bree didn't eat any of hers because she's just a particle of dust that just drifts through the wind all the time.
Yeah, that dust particle you just saw, that was me because I'm such a skinny legend.
I ate all of mine, and I regret it.
I had half of my sub, but I ate the rest. I still got a cookie, bag of chips, and a foot-long pretzel.
Yeah, I did too. I got 2 cookies.
You didn't eat the one, though.
I know, so it's probably still sitting in the Jeep.
I've been trying to hit my vape since we started this conversation.
My car broke.
Yeah.
My car break. No more go on the road.
Car, no worky.
Car, broken. Car, no fix.
No.
Just broke.
Just brick.
Just broke.
Just brick right on the engine.
Period. Right on the engine there.
Well, she took it to get the windshield wiper fluid.
Nope. I took it to get my air conditioner recharged. Because I had no air conditioning. Windshield wiper fluid. And then, they told me that I really needed it. He told me that it was at 0.1, the remaining left, and my car takes 0.57. So I really needed it, and then I got it fixed, and it worked really, really, really well. And then I drove it to work. Do you see me eating my own hair?
Yummy.
And then I drove it to work on Monday, and my check engine light turned on, and my stability track alert kept coming up, and when I was, at the stop sign, if I would go to accelerate, it wouldn't go.
Car no go. Car no worky.
Car no go. So then it would start to go afterwards, but I was like, oh shit, I can't pull out in front of anyone because I'll die if I did that. And then Tuesday I drove it to work again, because how the fuck am I gonna get to work? So then I drove it to work again, and first off, my boyfriend ended up calling corporate of the oil place that I took it to get the AC recharged, because they were the last people to work on the car. And they're like, not our problem. That's just not my problem. And I was like, yeah, okay, yay. So then my boyfriend called corporate. I went into that place because corporate told my boyfriend to tell me to go there after work. So I went there, and I was so nervous. I was shitting, crying, throwing up. And I was like, hey, he said, yeah, I know who you are. And then he kicked me out. No, I'm just kidding. And then he said, yeah, we can go look at it. So I said, okay. So we went. He plugged in the thing that shows all the codes, and he said, yeah, there's 9 codes on here. Some of them are stored, which means... That's
what they mean.
Which means they've been deleted multiple times, and then there's some permanent that have to be reset by the computer. Do I know what any of that means?
Hell
Absolutely not. But here I am, my car's still brokey, no worky, and I have to take it to a mechanic on Tuesday.
Fun. That means I got to drive us around today, and guess I'm a driving machine. No, I wasn't driving for about 8 months, but now, boy oh boy, am I on the roads. Boy oh boy, am I just cruising.
Boy oh boy.
And boy oh boy, am I a good driver, and I...
Yeah.
Tell him. I'm a good driver.
Such a good driver.
I did have to go on the other side of the street because there was like 87 dead animal things on the road, some roadkill. That was the only time I ever swerved.
That she knew of.
No.
And then we drove back to Rite Aid and drove through the store.
We drove through the doors and said, lady, I'm smelling that perfume. And Katie grabbed the box, opened it up, took a sniff, realized she didn't even want it anymore, threw it at the lady, and we backed out and drove away.
Yeah.
So that's what we did today.
But we also got a little lash extension things.
Oh my god, dude, so since they're going out of business, everything is 80% off, bro. So we got like a shit ton of stuff. It was only $30.
Yeah.
Only $30. I got like a nail polish, lash extension stuff, makeup remover wipes. What else did I get? Dry shampoo. I don't remember.
I only got lash extensions. But the elastic of the lash extensions. But the last...
Go again.
It's from drinking that pop, man. I can't, like...
Spitty in there.
Enunciate.
Tell him.
Pronunciate.
Tell him. What do you get? You sound like...
For our audio listeners, that was us opening a creaky door.
Oh.
Anyway, what was I saying?
Lash.
Yeah, I'm scared to say it.
You got it. I believe in you. You're so good. You're so good.
The lash extension.
You got it.
Packages that we got are like the $30 ones.
Yeah, they were like...
That come with like the bonding and the sealant.
That's what you had.
No! We were at Subway earlier and Mystery Man said, yeah, because you have celiac. And I said, no, I'd be dead right now.
She has a gluten sensitivity. What are we talking about? We got the lash extensions that are like $30 and they weren't anymore.
Yeah, they weren't.
They were like $6.
Yeah, I was just saying that because you said the total was 30, so like...
Yeah, it just puts it in perspective.
Yeah. You know, Dad sent me this TikTok, or maybe he didn't, maybe I saw it on my own. But like, it was about how stuff came to be or whatever.
He probably sent it.
Yeah, and like, did you know that like clinking, or no, it was like a respect thing. Like the lady was talking about like, in a different country, if you gave me a gift, I would put it to the side and open it later because then it would look greedy and it wouldn't be respectful. But like in America, if I give you a gift, I expect you to open it because if you don't, then that's disrespectful. And she went on and on and on, and then there was this one about like the clinking glasses or whatever. She was like, that like came to be a respect thing, and it wasn't even a respect thing to start out with. She was like, it was when they would clink the glasses, you're supposed to do it like super aggressively, like how like people in pubs do it when they're like, yeah,
and beer goes everywhere.
Yeah, and she's like, because it was supposed to show that I didn't poison you, like, so some of my drink went into your drink and some of your drink went into mine, and then we both drank it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it would show that like no one got poisoned.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and now she was like, but now we do it like as a polite way of just like, you know,
cheers.
Yeah, like saluting, but
that's pretty cool. Back to the mechanic thing. Isn't it annoying that, because when we were talking about you going to the mechanic or whatever,
they're sexist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about how much you hate it because you can't trust people. And like, that's so true. You can't go into a fucking car place as a little girl and be like, hey, I want my car fixed and I know nothing about it. And they're just always going to take advantage of you. Always. All the time.
Yeah. And I always get so worried to be like, I know nothing about cars. Because then they're like, oh, yeah, now I can charge you, like, so much more.
Mm-hmm. Dude, the one time I took my car to the dealership, because I have a Jeep, so I took it to a Jeep dealership, and they had to, like, fix some dumb shit, and they were like, we'll have it back to you in a few days. Like, 2 fucking weeks later, they still didn't get a hold of me, and I kept calling and shit, and they were like, oh, yeah, the part is going to be here soon, and then they would have never called me back, and then they were like, oh, okay, we'll get it in today, but I didn't have to pay for it, so that was cool.
Yeah.
So they knew they fucked up. Like, 2 weeks of not having my car.
Yeah, there was one time that my old car, not the car that I have now, but my old car was involved in a crash. And, I don't know if it was the raccoon incident or if it was the other crash. Both times I was not driving the vehicle. And one of those times I wasn't even inside my own vehicle. And then, and also the other time was my birthday. And
I was there!
Yeah. And Mystery Man was there too, but just not in the car. He had to come pick up Brianna.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if it was the raccoon thing, but this place had to change my whole, like, system in my car. Like, my pulley, my belt, like...
I think it was the raccoon one.
Probably the raccoon, yeah. Wolverine just fucking ripped my car.
Bro, it was crazy. It was the biggest fucking raccoon I've ever seen in my whole life. And it was funny because the person driving the car, we went out to eat for Katie's birthday. We went to Olive Garden. And he was like, oh, I've never been in an accident. Mm-hmm. And I was like, don't say that, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, knock on fucking wood, don't say that. And then that night, fucking boom, smoked into the biggest fucking raccoon beast-looking thing I've ever seen in my life.
On the highway. Mm-hmm. And then the driver said...
Oh, I'm gonna pull over.
And I said, no, we just hit a fucking raccoon, like, it's fine. It wasn't fine. We pulled over.
Well, I didn't want us to pull over on the highway, because that's dangerous. Yeah. So we went to the next exit.
Yeah, and we pulled over into someone's fucking yard.
It was scary. It was like one of those houses that you know they have a gun, and if they see you, they'll shoot you. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
but I think that's just
don't
your anxiety.
Trespass on my property!
I think that was just your anxiety, but... So anyway, I ended up calling the towing company, but they're like, it ruined my skid plate, and there was a chunk of asphalt up in my car from it. Like, that raccoon fucked that shit up.
Your fan?
My fan. So, like, all that got replaced. And I remember I was driving it afterwards, and my belt kept slipping off of my pulley and rubbing on my engine. And I had my dad come look at it, and he was pulling the bolts out with his bare hands. Mm-hmm. And I remember I called that place, and I was like, hey, you guys were the last one to touch, like, everything inside this car. It's obviously your fault. Like, my dad said that he can pull the bolts out with his bare hands. And they were like, oh, no, that's not on us, whatever. That's just from wear and tear. And then I made Dad call. And then they were like, oh, yeah, have her bring it in right away. We can get it fixed up, and there's no charge on it.
Like the difference of you calling versus Dad calling. Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, they'll take accountability when it's a dude fucking calling.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Exactly.
But that's why I make Dad go with me when I go do car stuff.
And even, like, the one mechanic that I talked to about my new car and about, like, the one that did recharge my AC, I was telling him about that, and he was like, oh, yeah, 100%. He was like, but we don't. Like, he was like, we have a zero tolerance policy for all that, like, whatever. And I'm like, okay, but... Like, so a mechanic agreed that mechanics are sexist.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I love watching those videos on TikTok where it's, like, women mechanics, and they're, like, talking about the sexism in the field that's there. Like, I don't know, I think it's cool. I love women in STEM.
Yeah. I start my senior year...
Ah! I was attacked. Dude, hold on, I'll give you one, I'll let you talk in one second, hold on. So...
Sure, your turn.
So, the treats just fell. I have dog treats over here. They just fell off the thing. And the other day, Mystery Man and I were watching a show, and I was like, look, and I showed him I had goosebumps, and he was like, oh, me too, dude, I got goosebumps at the same time. And then it, like, happened again or something, and we just said that we were going to tell each other whenever we had goosebumps to see if we both had it at the same time, whatever. And then something else happened, and I was like, that's the fucking ghost, dude. Like, that's why we both got goosebumps, is because a ghost flew right by us. And then that just fell in there's a ghost in here. Do you see it?
Yeah. It's that under that witch's hat.
Okay, you tell them about college, sorry.
I start my senior year of college on Monday.
Yay! Such a big adult, so smart. Brainiac over here. Brainiac alert!
I gotta get my GPA up.
What is it? No, don't tell him.
It's not bad.
Oh, tell him then.
I mean, it's not dental school, but it's not bad. It's a 3.4 something.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, but to get to the school, like my number one school that I want to go to, I have to get a 3.8.
Oh. You have a whole year to get it up? So you have to have, like, what, all A's?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't have a full year. I have until March.
You'll do it, though.
Yeah.
Can't be that hard, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Getting straight A's isn't easy.
No, I know, but, like, you can do it, though.
Yeah. I mean,
you're smart.
Yeah.
As long as you, like, apply yourself and everything.
Yeah. And I'm excited because this term, I'm back to my, like, only 2 class thing, so I'm excited for that.
Oh, nice. Do you not have a lab?
Not this term, no.
Nice.
Which I'm glad.
Yeah.
Labs kick my ass.
Aren't you off this week?
Yeah.
This week, right now?
Mm-hmm.
The one we're in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so after Sunday you'll go back?
Yeah. Monday's my first day of senior year.
Oh, you're silly. I'm silly. We're all silly.
We're all just so silly. But it's funny because I didn't think that I got a summer break. I'm an online student, so, like, my summer break is only the week that on-campus students are returning.
Mm.
So I don't get, like, a summer break. I get a week break for them, for the professors to get used to the on-campus students, and then I come back.
Oh, well, that's still nice that you get, like, at least a week break.
Yeah. But it's crazy because, like, this is my last summer break of my undergrad.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Crazy.
And then you're gonna be a bachelorette.
Yep.
Hey, look, I decorated for Halloween.
Oh, hey, look, we're back in our original setup.
Yeah.
And it's decorated for Halloween.
Yeah, you guys can't see, but right there's a big spider.
Yeah, and I'm
This
scared.
big. This large.
No, bigger than that. I'm so scared of it.
Yeah, it's hanging from a spider web. Yep. And, like, this back here, you guys can see. I know you can see that little dude with the green hair. That is Beetlejuice when his head is shrunken. And then if you look at it in here, I also have a ghost lady over there in a barber chair. And then I have these 3 ghosts right here. It looks like the waiting room of the Beetlejuice.
Yeah, and hey, check this out.
Just say it once. Beetlejuice.
Ooh, spooky.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Guys, just to let you know, Brie was trying to take pictures of, like, her lights to show you. And as it was taking it, her screen was going black, and now her phone's broken.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Hey guys, my phone works now.
What is going on?
I told you it's haunted. I told you it's ghost. We should talk about ghosts this episode.
We might as fucking well. Guys, also I almost had an Elvis moment today because I was shitting and I had chest pain and I thought I was gonna fucking die on the toilet.
That's exactly what I thought when all this shit started with me and I was constipated and I thought I was fucking having a heart attack. Get it? 7 foot, 8 foot punch. Oh, daylight. So, okay, let's just tell our ghost stories, because why not?
Sure, but hang on, I have a wedgie. Okay, it's time for spooky ghost stories.
Okay, so, we've all had, like, all of us being the people in the family, except Dad, have a history of, like, seeing ghosts and stuff. Like, when we were younger, we moved into this house that we call the Stone House, while our childhood home was being built, and, it was, like, super haunted, hella haunted. So, like, everybody has ghost stories from that place.
I don't. I was a day old.
You're true. She didn't live in the house. Or did you? Did you live in the house?
One night.
Oh.
Because I was a day old.
Oh. Well, my story doesn't even take place there, so.
Mine don't either. So, fast forward to when we got into our childhood home.
No, mine was before that. Mine was in the trailer. Or was it in the Stone House? I don't know. It was either in the Stone House or the trailer.
I didn't stay in the Stone House.
No.
I stayed in the trailer for one night. No, we tore down the trailer, moved to the Stone House, and then moved back.
Yeah. I don't know.
I stayed in the Stone House for one day.
When I was younger, I thought that this was a dream. And then I talked about it when I was older, and everybody was like, no, that really happened. You were actually standing there talking. So the way I remember it is I was standing at a screen door, leading to the outside. And there was a little girl with long black hair who I thought was my niece, who was the same age as me, and who I thought was her mom. And it was this woman with long black hair, and they were standing at the door. And I was like, hi. And then I looked up at the mom. I said, hi, Mom. And then the little girl, like, staring at me, and she started screaming at me, like, that's not your mom. That's my mom. That's my mom. That's not your mom. Whatever. And I was like, okay, that's crazy. So then, whatever. And then when I talked to my family about it when I got older, I was like, hey, isn't it weird I had that dream where I talked to that little girl and her mom? And they were like, no, you were literally standing there, like, talking through the screen door and nobody was there. So that's my earliest memory of seeing ghosts. And they said I used to, like, sit and stare up at the corners of the house and, like, talk and stuff like that. But that's the earliest memory I have of seeing or speaking to a little spooky ghost.
Yeah, and then in our childhood home, the one that was built when I was a baby, it was the house is as old as I am. Our house was a split level, and so, like, upstairs was our bedrooms, the middle floor there was, like, a living room, kitchen. And, like, our kitchen and our dining room, and then on the, like, bottom floor, we had a family room, which it was, like, super dark, and we'd watch movies down there all the time, and then there was, like, a bathroom and stuff, and then there was also a basement. And, like, all the time when we would be downstairs in the family room, like, and it was, like, basement level, like underground, basically. We would always, like, look upstairs, and we'd always see shadow people walking past the stairs.
Yeah.
And, like, didn't we hear talking one time or something?
I don't know. It was always just a bunch of weird shit that went on.
Yeah.
And, like, the shadow people, when I would see them, it would be, like, out of the corner of my eye. They'd walk across the like, the top of the stairs or something. And then, like, you wouldn't ever be able to, like, look at them head on and see them there, but you would just always see people, like, walking past. And then, like, Mom and Dad had this, like, joke that it was, I can't remember his name, but it was somebody that they used to call to come work on stuff in the trailer when it would break. And then he died, and then when we had the Engelbeck house, if something was, like, broken and then it was all of a sudden fixed, they would be like, oh, that's blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah. There was also this other time in our childhood home, right after our grandpa passed away, and I'm very, like, superstitious of, like, I don't know, you spill the salt, throw it over your shoulder, and, like, don't leave a chair open and, like, facing the room, like, that kind of stuff. I'm superstitious about that. Like, don't leave closet doors open, and all that kind of stuff, just because it welcomes in whatever.
Same with two mirrors facing each other.
Yeah,
I do that all the time, though, with that mirror and my
Yeah.
Closet mirror.
That opens a portal and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm superstitious about, like, that kind of stuff. And there was one time in my bedroom I had my mattress was on the floor because we were about to move out. And I had a desk and a chair. And the chair I would always push in. But there was one night after our papa passed away that it was not pushed in. And, or maybe there was no desk in there at all and the chair was just sitting in the corner of the room, but it was facing out. And I remember I went to bed that night and then I woke up in the middle of the night and I turned and our papa was sitting in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, hey, Papa. And he was like, hey. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, nothing, just watching you. And I said, oh, okay, good night. He said, night, love you. And then that was it. But, like, now, every time I think about that story, but our Papa was dead. But
Mm-hmm.
he was sitting in the chair.
Yeah. And then there was one night, we had a dog, a golden retriever. His name was Kobe. And he was like our dog. Like, we were young when we got him, whatever. But he had to be put down because he bit a dog catcher. And, like, the night he got put down, I was sleeping in Brittany's room because I was so sad little baby. And I was sleeping in Britt's room, and I, like, opened my eyes and looked down at the bottom of the bed, and Kobe was there, like, standing at the bottom of the bed. And I was freaked the fuck out, so I closed my eyes really tight, and then I felt like a dog licking my cheek or whatever. And, like, I don't know. But now when I think back to stuff like that, like, anything that's happened when I'm, like, sleeping, I've woken up from sleep, I don't know if it's I've had these crazy dreams that I have all the time, and that was just, like, one of those dreams where I thought I was awake and I wasn't, but I don't know.
Yeah. You guys also want to hear something crazy? This is kind of going off of ghost stories, but Brie and I both had a dream about that childhood home the same night, through, like, from last week.
Yeah, it was weird. I texted Katie because I had a dream that we were in that our childhood home, which we haven't lived there in 10 years.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah. And I had a dream that her and I were fighting, like, really, really bad, and I was, like, crying. I went upstairs to the bedroom that we shared and was, like, crying, like, whatever, and I texted her. I was like, hey, I'm just letting you know, like, I had a dream where we got into a big fight, and I love you, and I don't ever want to fight, and it made me so sad. And then she texted me back.
And I said, no fucking way, me too. Mm-hmm. But my dream wasn't about us fighting. My dream was that on that floor where, like, the living room was and the dining room and the kitchen, we had, like, big glass sliding doors to go out to the backyard. And we have a cat named Mocha. It's, like, our family cat. She stays at my mom's house. But we were all there. Like, it was, the only people that I remember in the dream is you, me, Dad, Mom, and Brittany. Mm-hmm. It was just us 5. But we were all sitting there, and I remember looking, and there's just a guy, like, creeping in, like, just, like, walking around the house. Like, he wasn't even trying to break in, mm-hmm. but he was just, like, creeping around the back of the house, and you could see him at that back door. And then he was holding Mocha. Mm-hmm. Like, he was holding our cat. And Mocha's an indoor-outdoor cat. I don't know what that has to play with anything, but, like, it's logical that she'd be outside. But he was just holding Mocha and, like, just, like, staring inside the house. And I remember, I think I told someone, and then Brittany was calling the cops, and Dad was trying to fight the dude. It was a lot going on, but I just thought it was so weird that we both had dreams about that house the exact same night, and they both weren't, like, happy dreams.
Yeah,
like,
it was weird.
Mine was that someone was trying to be a creep and, like, break in, and yours was that we were fighting and we never fight.
Yeah, like, why would we both dream about the childhood home at the same night?
Yeah.
Why would we do that?
Yeah.
Speaking of your dream where someone was lurking around, I remember when I was younger, I had this reoccurring dream, and when we lived at the childhood home, that Gladys, who was our neighbor that lived, like, in front of us in a trailer in front of our home, she was this old lady, and she was always old. Just always, like, fucking knocking at the fucking grave, bro. She was always so old. I think she's dead now, R.I.P. But she was the type of old lady that had, like, the blue eyeshadow up to her fucking eyebrows and whatever. We'd go up there and, like, ask for butter and get candy and shit. But I had this reoccurring dream when I was younger that she would chase me around the yard with a knife. Just this old raggedy bag of bones with blue eyeshadow up to her fucking hairline, and she'd have a knife and she's chasing my bitch ass around, dude.
And then I also have another ghost story.
Tell him.
When...
Oh, I have one too, but I just remembered. You made me remember. Go ahead.
When me and my boyfriend first got together, I went over to his sister's house for, like, the first time. And every time we go over there, it was always, like, super late, like, midnight, around that time. And she would always keep her house super dark, and I would always see this little boy. And, like, she has a little girl, but she doesn't have any other kids except for that little girl. But I would always see this little boy, like, creeping through the doors and stuff like that. And, like, I'm not one to say if I see stuff, because, like, a lot of people don't believe that people can actually see that sort of thing. But, like, I would never say anything. I would just kind of look all weird, and, like, Corbin's sister would follow my eyes, and one time she finally asked, like, what the fuck do you look at in my house? And I'm like, well, you might not believe me, but, like, I see ghosts, and there's a little boy that lurks around your house. And she's like, what do you mean? Can you find him? And I was like, yeah, I can find him, but I'm just gonna freak him out, like, whatever. And I remember this one time I walked through this house with all the lights off, and that was when I had my Apple Watch on. And, like, I don't know how you, like, sense them, but, like, my heart rate will start going crazy. I'll start, like, sweating. Like, I'll start being shaky. Like, I just get super anxious. And I remember walking through this house, and then I go into the little girl's room, like, her daughter's room, and then I get closer to the closet. My heart rate's at, like, 150, and then I look up, and this little boy is just, like, curled up in a ball at the very top of her kid's closet. And so I go back, I'm like, yeah, he's in the closet. He's in there. And, so, like, this entire time, I'm thinking, like, she probably thinks I'm fucking crazy. Because, like, I'm dating her brother, like, haven't been dating for a long time, whatever. She probably thinks I'm fucking psycho. So then, the next time we went over there, she was like, I'm fucking terrified. And I'm like, why? She's like, because my neighbors are, like, something happened where her and the neighbors were talking about ghosts, and the neighbors were like, have you noticed the little boy yet? And she was like, no, but my my brother's girlfriend, like, can see him, and she said that there is a little boy. And the whole reason why it, like, started, like, why she, like, made me look for him and stuff is because they had, like, her daughter has this little nightlight thing, and, like, it does play music, but they took the batteries out because it was annoying at night. And it would start playing music. And, like, there would just be toys on the floor and stuff like that. And so, like, I was like, yeah, you just have a little boy, like, whatever. And then she was like, oh, is he, like, trying to be scared? Like, is he trying to be scary? Like, whatever. And I'm like, no, he's just a little boy. Like, he obviously just wants to play with the toys and stuff. Yeah. But, yeah, it's just so funny because, like, people don't believe it. And then someone else is like, oh, yeah, there is ghosts. And then they're like, what the fuck? Like.
Yeah, my story, it's like, I don't even know if it can be considered a ghost story because I still don't fucking know. But, like, my earliest memories of elementary school was that I was playing with this little girl named Georgia. Okay? And, like, I remember her so vividly. Her name is Georgia is all I can remember. But we were, like, besties.
I remember her so vividly. Her name is Georgia. That's all I know.
I don't know her last name, but I know, like, she had curly brown hair and it was short and whatever. And I remember we used to always play, and I can picture this one time we were playing. It was just us two. We were out at the fucking playground at school, and we were playing on this little, like, balance beam that they had all the way in the back and the middle. And, like, and then she told me she was moving to Georgia. And then I went to look for her, and I could never find her in, like, any yearbooks or anything like that from elementary school. But I still don't know if I'm just, like, overlooking her, or if you go to school with me and we went to elementary school together, did we go to school with a girl named Georgia? Because I don't know, was I playing with a little ghost out at the playground or something? Like, imaginary friend or whatever, maybe, but I think imaginary friends are ghosts.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But I don't know, I have no idea. So tell me, if we went to school together, did we go to school with a little girl named Georgia? Because we were besties. If you're Georgia, are you watching this? Hi, girl. Miss you. Hope you're well. I don't know.
But yeah. But it's just funny that we have, like, I don't know what it's even called, but we have that ability, I guess, to be able to see them and stuff, and people just think we're fucking crazy.
Yeah, and it's not like I sit here, it's not like we walk down the street and we're like, ghost, 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 ghost. Like, we're watching The Ghost Whisperer. It's not like that. Yeah. We're sitting there talking to them and, like, you need to cross over. I can see you. You know, it's not like that, but I don't know. It's just, like, sometimes out of the corner of the eye, you'll see, like, something walk by or do something. Or
And also, one more for you guys. Corbin and I were driving home from his sister's house one night. Super late, okay? And we're just driving, and I look up, and we're going pretty fast, whatever. And then there's, like, a flash of light right in front of our car. And Corbin was like, did you fucking see that? I was like, you fucking saw it? Because we were driving past a graveyard at the time. And I was like, okay. And he was like, okay. And then we just rode in silence for the remaining of the time. But it's just so weird because, like, people see flashes of light all the time, and they're like, oh, okay. But, like, what if that's a ghost?
Right.
You don't know.
Yeah. Well, like, going back to the shadow people that we would see walk by the stairs, I remember one night it was me and Matt, we were up late, and Matt was, like, either playing video games or we were watching a movie or something, I don't know. But we were sitting there, and we were the only two in the family room, and I was, like, out of the corner of my eye, I saw a shadow walk by the stairs. I didn't say anything, and then Matt was like, hey, did you see that? And I was like, I so did, dude. And he was like, yeah, I call those shadow people. You can't look at them directly, but they walk by all the time. I see them all the time. And I was like, motherfucker, me too, bitch. And so that was like, oh, that's crazy that we all be seeing ghosts. And then he has a ton of stories from the stone house. But, and I've talked to Dad about it before, but our dad doesn't believe in ghosts. Like, and I don't know. He has to see it to believe it, and he hasn't had an experience with ghosts to believe it. But, like, he was like, oh, Amanda used to fuck with Matt all the time when they were in the stone house, and she would creep past his bedroom so he'd freak out and blah, blah, blah. And then I was telling him about the shadow people story, and he was like, a car could have driven by, and it could have cast a shadow that you saw, like, go across, whatever. I was like, well, don't believe Dad. Be boring then.
Right.
But you'll fight with me for 2 hours about how the weight was fucking invented. Oh my god, dude. On FaceTime. Our dad smokes too much fucking weed, bro, because he goes into these deep dives of like, why do we believe what people even tell us, bro? What if the scale, how do we know that a pound is a pound? Bro, who decided that this rock weighed 1 pound?
And we're just all supposed to go by it?
I never agreed to that.
I never agreed to that. Oh
like, what the? Dad, stop. You're fucking nuts, dude. And he's like, why wouldn't I question everything? Okay, but you don't believe in ghosts?
You don't believe in ghosts?
But you will question why a rock weighs a pound? We were fighting for hours yesterday about it.
The entire fucking day. My phone kept dying.
And then he sends me on TikTok, he sends me these, like, hour-long fucking videos, I swear,
dude,
of people talking about just fucking, like, oh, well, you know, back in the Greek ancient realm of the world, and they decided that this was a pepper. I'm like, Dad, stop. Stop watching these.
Yeah.
Get a new For You page, because I can't watch these, dude. This fucking Joe Rogan.
Down on 2x speed.
Oh, I do every time I hold it. And I'm like, oh, yep. I feel you, Dad. And then what? We were talking about aliens, and I don't think he believes in aliens either, but, like, get a grip, dude.
Yeah.
Mom's even seen ghosts. Oh, do you remember? Hey, do you remember? Let me take a drink. Watch this.
Stop! I just want to say, Bree used to gleek on me when I was a fucking kid.
Yes, thank you. Anyway,
that's actually my villain story, is that I'm gonna become a dentist so I can go through and just invent a way for people to stop being able to gleek and just do it on every single patient that I see.
If you don't know what gleeking is, it's where you can shoot spit out of your mouth from under your tongue, and I'm really good at it because I'm tongue-tied. And if I do it now, you won't be able to see it on camera.
Maybe you're like Spider-Man.
I am. It's on my bed.
Yeah.
So, anyway, do you remember?
Gross.
Shut up. I didn't do it to you that many times.
The fuck you didn't, Brianna. I'm about to beat her ass.
So,
not allegedly either. It's gonna happen.
Fight me. Fight me. Fight me.
Your dream's coming true.
Because we're fighting? I don't remember what we were fighting about, but you and Mom were both laying into me, and it fucking hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. So, do you remember when... I don't remember how... I don't remember. So, do you remember when
Beautiful.
you, me, Mom, Jamie? Who else? Amanda? Nick? Somebody. And us went to the house that they... Yes. They grew up in? Remember? It was like they...
Oh, yeah.
It was really... it was really... really
old.
It was, and like falling apart and stuff, and it was creepy.
Yeah, we went into it because they were redoing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And,
yeah.
It was creepy in there, ghost galore. Let me tell you. Oh, you walk in and you're like, someone's around me.
Yeah,
someone's around.
Yeah,
that's just the feeling you got when you walked into it. Mm-hmm. Even outside, standing outside, it was like, there's some dead people here.
Yeah.
In the presence. It was creepy. I want to go back. Oh, let's go ghost hunting. Hey, Sam and Kobe, if you're watching this. Hi, Sam and Kobe. We're big fans.
We are so big fans.
Like, we would sit, Katie will come over, and, like, we're like, what are we going to do? How are we going to hang out? And we turn on your videos, and we watch them, because we love Sam and Kobe. And so does Olivia. Olivia loves Sam and Kobe, too. So, if you're watching this, Sam and Kobe, can you invite us, and we'll bring Olivia, to your show, because we are very sensitive. That's the type of people that
we are. We are so sensitive, bro. We'll see all of them for you.
Sam and Kobe, come on, invite us. We're so sensitive.
We are
to ghosts and my feelings. So please invite us. But yeah, that house was creepy.
Yeah, it was really creepy when we went into it. I forgot that we did that.
Yeah.
But every time I drive by it, I'm like, it's just like, doom. Like something happens in my brain where it's like,
you hear, yeah, like all the fucking scary sound effects of like the basic thrillers just happens.
Yeah.
Like it's like boom,
and then my eyes are just focused on the house. Like it's bad.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I want to go back to that house. I want to just go in creepy houses. I want to go ghost hunting. Let's go ghost hunting.
I want to go to that place that, is in that area that we grew up in, that, like, they always said that it was just, like, abandoned, like, it was a ghost town, and, like, vacuums were still plugged into the house and stuff,
I've been there.
And stuff was on the stove. Yeah.
I've been there.
I want to go there.
Yeah, a bunch of us hooligans, when we were younger, my school friends and I, we went to the abandoned cottages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go there, because I feel like it'd be so, like, eerie, but like eerie in a good way to see it.
Yeah, just like fun. Well, that's the feeling I get anytime I go to like train tracks. It's the same feeling, like that eerie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anytime I go to train tracks, it's like something's weird here.
Yeah, mine's every time I'm under bridges.
Yeah, I don't like being under bridges.
Have you ever seen anybody like when you're out and about, like any spirits when you're out and about? Like when you're just walking down the road and stuff?
Not really. Not that I pay attention to. Like, at work one night, it was real creepy. I was, like, the only one in the building, and, like, the lights were off. And anytime I'm somewhere alone, and, like, it's dark, and I have time to think about, hey, this is pretty creepy, I'm like, maybe something's going on. Maybe I'm seeing stuff out of the corner of my eye, but I'm not paying attention to it, stuff like that. But I don't go out thinking, where'd the ghost at?
Yeah.
Like, I don't go out intentionally seeking to see ghosts.
Yeah.
If I were to, maybe I would, but it's just to a point of where I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah. But I feel like that's not how it works.
No? That you have to be thinking about it?
Yeah. Like, I think it just, like, happens, and then you're like, oh. Like, because it happens, like, we're sleeping, and then we wake up, and it happens. Like, we're not thinking about, oh, let me look for fucking Papa sitting in the chair.
No,
like,
I know, but it's not like, if I were to see something, I wouldn't recognize it as that, is what I mean. Like, if I were out and about, and I see something out of the corner of my eye that's, like, a little weird and could be something of that nature, I'm not thinking that, oh, that's probably it.
Yeah.
But at night when I wake up and someone's sitting there, I'm like, that's probably a spooky little ghost.
Yeah. Do you think that, like what Matt said to you, that it's like a different realm? Like they're in a different realm and we're in a different realm, and then like they're living how we're living right now, but we're goes to them and their goes to us?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of options it could be. I think that's the coolest one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, other than it's just a bunch of dead people walking around. But I think the coolest one would be that it's like overlapping timelines and that the worlds are merging and we're creating a portal where something can happen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's the coolest one, out of my opinion. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, seeing Papa and stuff like that, seeing Kobe, they died.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw them, you know? I don't know if it's like a final goodbye that you're seeing, or in Ghost Whisperer, the people are earthbound because they have something left to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I also don't... It's hard because, like, having experiences with ghosts, but also not being religious in any way, is, like, it feels contradicting because... Sure. Oh my god, so boring. So,
stop!
Because, like, I don't know what happens after death, but if I were to guess, it would just be nothing. So why would we see ghosts walking around?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm thinking that they're stuck here and they're waiting to go to heaven or some better place. I don't think that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And then, like, what sucks is we'll never know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like...
Until we're dead.
Yeah. I had this dream. Dude, I had this one dream. Did I talk about it already? No. I don't know. I had this one dream where I, like, died and I went to outer space. And Papa was up there, and I was in outer space. I have a weird dream. I gotta tell you something. I was in outer space. Anyway,
I gotta tell you something.
I was in outer space, and Papa was there, and he took me into this room, and he said, "Here you go." And it was this big book, and it was like all the answers to the world.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
I want that to happen. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Like when you die, and then you have all the answers, like who assassinated all these people, and what happened, what's the government up to, and are tampons really causing cancer?
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to know that stuff. What was I going to talk about earlier when I was saying something? Oh, I have this, let me tell you, used to have another reoccurring dream that I was in outer space, and I was with monkeys. Monkeys took me to outer space. I didn't have one of those things, but they did. I don't know how I could breathe in the outer space. But I was walking on a tightrope. And every time I'd have that dream, I'd fall off the tightrope and start plummeting to earth, and I'd wake up. Every time. I'd plummet, and I didn't have one of those head things on. How was I breathing up there?
A space helmet?
Yeah. Didn't even have one of those near me. Just the monkeys had one. And why was I on a tightrope in outer space? And I would plummet. I would fall off that bitch. They wouldn't even try to save me. But I would start plummeting the way that, when rockets come down. But that's not how space works. I'd be floating around. But I'd be plummeting, like on fire, and then I'd wake up. Weird reoccurring dream. I'd have it a lot.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
I never knew that.
Yeah, dude.
I've never had a reoccurring dream.
No?
Ever.
I don't know why they happen. It's weird.
I don't know either. My boyfriend always has one that his teeth are falling out.
Yeah, it's because you're an orthodontist.
Yeah, but he always has one where his teeth are falling out.
Yeah, that's weird. I would hate that.
Like, there's sometimes at night where I turn and he's like, why?
He has to make sure they're still there.
No, he doesn't. They're still there.
He doesn't know?
Yeah, he should though.
I get worried about what I'm thinking or talking about before bed because my dreams are so vivid.
I used to be like that too.
It scares me.
Whatever I would think about, I would dream about.
Yeah.
So like, if I was thinking about scary fucking shit, I'd have a scary dream.
Mm-hmm.
But it was crazy.
Tell him.
Because like, it would be the thought that I had before I went to bed. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I would think about scary stuff and then I'd be like, oh shit, I have to think about like good stuff and like everything, whatever. I would dream about that scary stuff.
Because your subconscious is so paranoid about dreaming about it. Reverse.
If I was thinking about good stuff and then scary stuff, I would dream about good stuff.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Well, it's because you're so worried about dreaming. Like, because I'm sure you're not intentionally watching scary stuff right before bed. So then you're not thinking about that. But if you're watching scary stuff right before bed and then you're like, oh shit, I don't want to think about that. I have to turn on something good. I have to turn on something good. Then you're subconsciously thinking like, oh, I don't want to dream about the scary stuff. And then your subconscious is like, hey girl, scary stuff. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
And like, so I get so paranoid because I have all these intrusive thoughts that piss me off so much. You know, like everyone has intrusive thoughts. And, like, most of mine are about death. And so I get so scared because I have them when I lay down for bed. And I'm so scared that I'm going to dream about my intrusive thoughts. And I don't want to dream about those.
Yeah.
I get so fucking paranoid because, like, my dreams, I have the lucid dreams and the ones that I don't know I'm actually asleep. I have to count my fucking fingers to realize I'm sleeping, you know?
Yeah.
I hate it. I get so fucking scared. I wish I could live in dream world. Don't you? No. She said no, audio listeners. Why not? You can fly and stuff in your dreams.
Who flies in their dreams?
Oh.
You have flown in one of your dreams?
I don't know. My lucid dreams, I'm not like, what do I want to do here? I want to fly. No, it's just usually like, I'd like to wake up now because I'm scared.
Yeah, and then you just said, I want to live in dream world. You want to live in your fucking kitchen with the demon that was fucking right there?
He was really nice.
The
He gave me a
devil?
hug. He was hugging me during that dream because I was like so sad. I was like, dude, I just want to wake up. And he was like, come here, let me give you a hug. And he had like some abs, I think. I'm pretty sure he was ripped. I don't know. I could live there for a second.
If you're wondering, Mystery Man and I have the same look on our faces.
What do you expect? I don't know. Could I live in a world where I'm making out with Billie Eilish? Yes. Could I live in a world where I'm in my own kitchen living with some demons? They weren't half bad, you know?
That's crazy. It's crazy that you said, don't you just want to live in dream world? And like 2 episodes ago, you were talking about how fucking scary your lucid dreams are.
Yeah, well. But they're fun. It's so fun to realize I'm asleep.
If you're living in dream world, you wouldn't be realizing that you're asleep.
Yeah, it'd be the same thing. I would just count my fingers. I'd see I have 11, and then I'd be like, oh, silly goose me, I'm sleeping. Let me go do something fun. I'd like a hot tub and a bag of chips. You know? I could have that every day if I lived in dream world.
You could have that every day if you just bought a hot tub and went to the store and got some chips.
Who's buying a hot tub on no money? You?
Sure.
If you buy a hot tub, you can keep it here.
Wow, thank you so much.
And you can use it.
I think if I bought a hot tub, I'd keep it at my house.
So boring. You're so boring and so selfish. So boring, so selfish, not sharing your hot tub with me.
You could always come over when I had the hot tub.
Oh, I could.
See how this works, guys? I come to her house every single week. I typically drive 40 minutes here, and every time I'm like, oh, you can come to my house, she's like, oh, yeah, I could.
I'll come over when you want me to come over. You're busy all the time.
Yeah.
And when you're not busy, you're hanging out with Corbin. So,
yeah.
When do you want me to come over? You never text me and say, hey, B, come over.
Because you ain't driving right now.
Yes, I am. Remember I just said I'm a driving machine. I'm a lean, mean driving machine.
I didn't know that until I got here.
Yeah, I'm driving. I drove to Dollar General yesterday.
We have a cookout to go to after we film.
Oh, we do, don't we? What time is it? It's probably late. 5:30. Yeah, we're going to a cookout at our brother's house, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And he just fenced in his yard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to go.
I know, me too.
I feel like I'm a dog. I'm just so excited to go and play in a fenced-in yard.
I know. I wish we could take the dog, but we cannot because she's a psychopath. Literally today, she proved how fucking crazy she is, and I don't know who's raising this damn dog because she's not a good dog. I take back everything I've said about her. I love her. I'm just kidding. She's a great dog, but she's fucking nuts, dude. Katie and Britt showed up, and Britt had her kid, and she literally, Artemis was going fucking nuts in her cage when she heard their voices. She was like hooting, howling, and fucking about to break out, that bitch. And then we took her outside. Somebody needs to come get this dog.
That's any dog. Any dog is going to react like that.
She's crazy.
Any dog is crazy. My dogs would react like that too. Any of them. Even if I had Dakota over here on a leash, she would still be reacting like that to Brittany and her kid.
But people aren't scared of your dog.
True.
Mm-hmm. People are scared of mine.
I don't get that. I don't get why people are scared of your dog, but they're not scared of my big dog.
She's a sweet little pup, and she's cute. But she does still use her mouth to greet people. It's not even that she's necessarily biting. She just mouths. Oh, also, when I lay down, I don't know what this is, and I don't know if I should even speak of it. When I lay down, so I have like constant ringing in my ears. I hear people screaming. Yeah, so I have ringing in my ears, so when I lay down, if it's too quiet, if we don't have like the TV show going or a fan or something, if I lay down, that ringing in my ears turns into people screaming, like screaming, fighting.
It's the pillow people.
Pillow people?
Yeah, it's the people that live in your pillows.
And they're screaming at me?
Yeah.
Get them out of my pillows, bro.
Yeah.
But it's been like that ever since I was young, because I used to lay down and think it was mom and dad fighting. And like, I don't know, it happens still to this day. My earliest memory of it is laying in mom and dad's bed, and I was trying to take a nap. So I was young, and yeah, I just always hear people screaming, like loud screaming.
Yeah. Mine's not people screaming, mine's my name.
Yeah.
Like my name gets screamed.
Yeah.
It's like, Katie. And then I'm like, and nobody's in my fucking house.
Yeah. All right, that's the end of the episode, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you have had any ghost experiences, tell us down in the comments below. Let us know your scary ghost stories. That's all we got.
Yeah.
We gotta go to a cookout.
Always, make sure to follow our socials and subscribe if you have not already.
Do it at the end of the video, at the very end, when I post the video of us and it's a cartoon and it says thanks for watching, there's that little circle that says Dizzy Drama. If you click that, you can subscribe. Have you noticed? No, you haven't watched them on YouTube, dude. I put a little end.
I watch them on YouTube. I just don't watch them after that part.
Oh, yeah, I put at the end credit screen, I put a little circle is the subscribe button and our previous.
Wow, you're really good.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, really good.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
Anyway, subscribe, like, comment.
Follow our socials, and we will see you on Wednesday. Yay. Bye.
Wait, we didn't say that's Katie, that's Brianna.
Fuck, they know who we are. I'm scared.
You go.
I'm scared. Thanks everyone so much for watching and listening to episode 6 of the Dizzy Drama Podcast. That's Brianna.
And that's Katie.
And we will see you guys on Wednesday when this episode airs.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.